the server's name is Rhiannon? Yes, I didn't know that! Right, my name's Rhiannon too! Oh, awesome! And I bet it happens to her all the time. When people find out my name, they always come up to me, they're like, oh my gosh, your parents must have been huge Fleetwood Mac fans. Right? Fleetwood Mac had this song, Rhiannon, it was about a witch. And I'm always like, no, parents don't name their kids after witches. I was named after a boat. Far more classy. Said that at a show once. Guy comes up to me after a show. He goes, that is not true. Parents do name their kids after witches. I was like, oh, really? How? What? He goes, yeah, I named my daughter after my mother-in-law. Touché. I was at the mall shopping, and I could not believe the new teen girl fashion accessory. First off, like, everyone has one. They're wicked expensive, and they so don't flatter your body. You know what it is? A baby. I like that joke too. I wasn't cool in high school. No, I know, say it ain't so. No, I was not cool in high school. And the reason I wasn't cool in high school is because by the way you tell if you're cool in high school is by the car you drive, right? When I was in high school, our only car was a minivan. I loved my minivan. But then my stepfather at the time took our beloved minivan and traded it in for a motor home. I'm going to say that one more time. My only car in high school was a motor home. And let me tell you this, you cannot be badass in high school with a car that's got a toilet in it. Growing up with my father was a little weird. Whenever we used to get hurt as a kid, he'd run up to us, scoop us up, not know what to say, but want to comfort us, so he'd just tell us, just rub it. Right? I'm like, fast forward, I'm like 14, I'm in the emergency room, the doctor comes in, he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, oh, it hurts so bad. He goes, probably because you're not supposed to rub a compound fracture. I love going out to Chinese food. Why? Because you get a fortune at the end of the meal, right? What's not the like? And I don't know about you guys, but we play this little game. When we get our fortune, we always read it and we tack on the words in bed to the end of it. Because of this, I have a fortune framed on my office wall that I'm so proud of. I show everyone. It says I have a perfect record. What's up? Look at them, they're really confused right now. She's like, is she hitting on me or him? I don't know. I think it'd be fun because people play this game if I owned a fortune cookie company. I can picture it now. Husband and wife go out to Chinese food. At the end of the meal, they get one of my fortunes. Husband goes to open it up. He's like, your wife enjoys the company of your brother. We got a 3-second delay on that one, but I'll take it. I love sayings. There's some great sayings out there. Have you ever heard of the one, busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest? First off, ass-kicking contest? Where do I sign up? And then my favorite saying ever, my grandpa used to say it all the time, is wish in one hand and shit in the other, see which one fills up faster. I'd love to meet the man that originally coined that phrase. Gotta be honest, I don't want to shake his hand. I think one of the most awkward things for a woman to do is hug another woman of the same height. Right? Ladies, back me up. Because you get that awkward boob knock thing happening. You know what I mean? You go in for the hug, your boobs touch, you pull away, she's looking at you like, I know you know our boobs just touched. You're looking at her going, I know you know our boobs just touched. They do not train us on how to handle these situations. So I always try to diffuse the situation by just saying something. Like mine, those are firm. I had the opportunity to audition for Last Comic Standing, which was really cool. Yeah, woo! And in order for me to audition, it was in Hollywood. I had to drive 44 hours round trip. I had to stand in line 27 hours waiting for an audition. I didn't actually get an audition. I know. And I was so disappointed too, because I so wanted to be the last comic standing. Hell, I would have been the last comic kneeling if that's what it took. I gave that joke to my mom. She goes, you mean praying? I'm like, oh, yeah. All comedians test jokes. If they tell you that they're lying to you. Let's say I test a joke and give it to my brother if he likes it, he might go in my set. But if I test a joke and give it to my mom and she doesn't get it, it's golden. There's some crazy commercials out there, and it just goes to show that reality doesn't sell, right? Like the worst offender right now is the Electrolux commercial with Kelly Ripa, and she's walking through the house, she's being a super mom and she's selling like high-end appliances. And at the end, she does a voiceover and she says, "I love my electrical appliances. My stove allows me to boil water in 90 seconds." In reality sold, this is what her voiceover would be. "I love my Electrolux appliances. My stove allows Lupe to boil me water in 90 seconds." Some commercials are way too realistic, like those meth commercials. Hello! Oh my gosh, but I have a favorite. Let me break it down for you. My favorite meth commercial is where this kid is strung out on meth. He's banging on the door of his parents' house, and the parents won't let him in. And every time I see that commercial, I have to laugh and think, that's wasted advertising, right? Because if the kid can't get in the house, he can't see the TV. If he can't see the TV, he like has no way of knowing meth's a bad idea. One of the most ridiculous commercials I think I've ever seen was that old Carl's Jr. commercial, and it had Kim Kardashian in it. And what they had her doing is she was laying in bed eating a salad, and the salad dressing was dripping all over her, and it was supposed to be all sexy. FYI, eating in bed, never sexy. You don't believe me? Go home, pop some popcorn. Take that popcorn and eat it in your bed. The next time you have sex, you'll find curls in places you didn't know existed. And an added bonus, you'll think of me. My girlfriend's a teacher. Oh, I know, shocking. I said, my girlfriend's a teacher. And she loves teaching. And it's really weird because our careers are at very different places. She'll come home from the day of teaching and I'll ask her how her day went and she'll tell me some science mumbo-jumbo, what she taught a kid. And then she'll ask me how my day went. And I find all too often I respond with, well, today on Oprah. She came home the other day and she goes, I love teaching. It's so amazing. There's kids out there who want academic success so bad they can taste it. And then she looks at me and she goes, when you were a kid, did you want academic success so bad you could taste it? I was like, oh, hell yeah. Tasted like Elmer's. Because she's a teacher, I know a bunch of random things about teaching. Like, I know teachers are trying to get away from grading with Ready because they think it's psychologically damaging. All right, fast forward. I'm having lunch with my brother and sister. My brother's in college, my sister's in high school, and my brother is taking a bird watching class because apparently, if you're a musician, that's considered a hard science. Just trying to have a conversation with him. I'm like, dude, you know the state bird of Oregon? He's like, oh, no, I don't pay attention. And then my sister chimes in and she goes, yeah, duh, it's the beaver. I'm not proud, I'm not. I just found out my sister might be getting married. Gotta admit, have a really bad attitude about it, okay? I don't think it's fair that the bride's family has to pay for the wedding. Because let's be honest, thank you. Let's be honest, had the groom sprung for a more expensive condom, there wouldn't be a wedding. Right, I love to do that joke to see who does and doesn't laugh. The people that don't laugh, I don't get mad. They're just a little too stressed because they're planning the baby shower and the wedding simultaneously. Costco is selling caskets now. Right? And they're also selling wedding dresses. And then when they started to sell wedding dresses, there was a big hullabaloo like, oh, where are they going to put the wedding dresses? I've got it figured out. They should put them right next to the caskets. Right? Because basically it's the same thing. They must have been married. They're like, I get that. Any MacBook fans in here? Mac fans? Woo-hoo, one and me. That makes two. Thank you. I just got a new MacBook Pro and I love it. And I was going to be such an educated consumer when I bought my computer. I got online and watched every video telling me why I needed to buy my computer. And there was a video in there telling me my computer is carved out of one solid piece of aluminum. I was like, cool, need it, bought it, day I got it, totally going to brag on it, call my brother. I'm like, dude, you just got my new MacBook Pro. And it is carved out of one solid piece of aluminum. He goes, you mean aluminum? I was like, yeah. He goes, I don't know what the big deal is, so is my trash can. Apple got me again. I was the idiot that stood in line for the first original iPhone the day it came out. Yeah, I got up there, I paid $600 for a phone. 2 weeks later, Apple decreased the price like $200. In light of the fact, I think Apple should change their slogan. It should be the only company in the world you'll wait in line for one of our products while we rate you, and you'll smile. I love my new iPhone, right? It's like 8 times bigger than my last one, and size doesn't matter. So I've been told I would go firsthand. We've already covered that. And the whole reason to have an iPhone is for the third-party apps that you can have on them, right? And I came across an app that boggles my mind. They have an app that will rate you on a scale of 1 to 10 while you're having sex. Right? Collectively, I didn't know this was an issue we struggled with while having sex, not having somebody else there to ask. Yeah? No, we need a third-party app at the sidelines going, go, Jim, go. Remember, it's not the meat, it's the motion. There's a song. I can see it now. A guy's using this app. He's having sex with his girlfriend. He yells out, how am I doing? She's like, you're doing great. He's like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my iPhone. Honey, why don't you just ask me how you're doing? Oh, your feeble mind can't be trusted. I don't know what algorithm you use to base your conclusion. My last point about this app is this app was created by a man. And if you're a man having sex with a woman, as most men do, and you would rather have another man tell you how you're doing, doesn't that make you gay? I love to drop that joke to see how many guys pull out the app and they're like, delete, delete, delete. It's sticking it on paper. There's a lot of crazy TV shows out there now. Swamp People. Anybody watching Swamp People? Oh my gosh. If you think you can do it, good luck to you. Right? I love that show. And in case you don't know what it is, it's where they follow around these alligator hunters while they hunt alligators. And I tell you what, nothing brightens your day like seeing a 10-foot alligator get shot in the head. Nope, just me. Got it. They have another show called Extreme Couponers. Oh, hate that show. Okay, I got stuff behind an Extreme Couponer in line. Right, I was buying a little tin of coffee and she's behind me and she goes, you know, that coffee is $2 cheaper at Rite Aid. I'm like, no, I didn't. You want to know why? I value my time. I hate that show. They get like a truckload full of soda and candy bars and they're like, I saved so much money. I'm like, nah, from what I hear, diabetes, really expensive. I'm just saying, it's going to be really hard to push all those carts of